running late. I was eating dinner. Well, I started making dinner late. Um, Let me pull this up really quickly. Hope you guys are doing well. How am I feeling today? I don't know. I do not know. I feel like I got something stuck in my freaking teeth. But anyways, what was I about to say? I don't know. I can't remember. But I did drop a video on my other channel. We will be going back to our regularly scheduled programming over here next week. Really excited for that. Um, so yeah. But I'll probably go live an extra, let's say, I'll probably do an extra 12 minutes since I'm a little late. Well, 12 minutes late, 10 minutes late. But hope y'all are doing okay. I went to the eye doctor earlier this week. And what's crazy is I haven't been to the eye doctor in 3 freaking years. But my eyes have not changed, which I love that for me. I love when stuff stay the same when it comes to my health. Cause brother, I do not be wanting to spend no extra monies. Now, I did ask for my prescription because I'm like, I am not about to be paying for a freaking prescription on like from the actual place because y'all know they be upcharging when it comes to getting glasses at the actual clinic or wherever the place is, the actual eye doctor. Like the frames that you see up there, you'll be thinking, oh, these frames are gonna be maybe like $70. No, they trying to charge you freaking $300 for a pair of freaking glasses. And I'm like, bro, y'all really be having us pay for the brand name. The glasses don't even be worth all that. Why are you trying to charge me this much for the brand name? Hello, Mr. Nibs, how are you? But I really just don't like when they do stuff like that. There is no reason that stuff needs to be that freaking expensive when you go to the eye doctor, but then when you go shopping for glasses online, they're mad cheap. And that's how I know a lot of these places be scamming because how in the world are you trying to tell me that I go in to get my eyes checked and then when I show up, I get the whole get my eyes checked or whatever, and then you're showing me glasses. And I look at these glasses and then I see the price of the frames and I'm just like, why are these frames $200? There's nothing special about them. But hey, Cajun, how are you? Just say you don't know what prescriptions are. Uh, what I do know is you're blocked. But I do know what prescriptions are. The issue is that I don't like that stuff is expensive at the freaking eye doctor, but then when I ordered them online, glasses, I could buy the same frames, a $200 pair of frames I see at the eye doctor are basically $50 online, which is crazy to me. Hey, Grimy, how are you? I just really don't like that a lot of these places be overcharging because it's convenient where you can get them in person versus, if you order online, you do have to wait to get certain stuff. Like, I found these super cute sunglasses that I really want to get prescription. Ugh, y'all ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. But that's gonna be, I think, a September treat to myself. But anyways, how are y'all doing? I just finished eating, which is why I was late, as usual. Usually, if I'm ever late to my live streams, it's because I was cooking or eating. However, earlier we were cutting our dog's hair and we gave him a bath. And I'm so glad we got that out the freaking way. My poor little pup. He really be going through it, truly. But he just looked like a true muskrat at this time. What was that little pet that was on Kim Possible? Cause that's what my dog looked like right now because we cut his hair off. I cannot. Well, Rufus. That's what my dog looked like right now. Rufus from Kim Possible, and it is so freaking adorable. And my husband was cutting his nails a while ago. Maybe I'll show y'all some pictures. Yes, he looks like a little mole rat and it's so adorable. Like I love when we cut our dog's hair because he just looks like a little it's like and I hate to talk about my dog son, but he looks like it really depends on how much we let him cut. It depends on how much he lets us cut his hair because he'll look like a cross between homeless, a mole rat, and then just a little scruffy little doggo. What is it? Wishbone. That show was so boring to me on PBS. Did y'all remember watching the Wishbone dog show where the dog was supposed to be a what was he supposed to be? A detective or something? That show was so boring to me. I fell asleep every single time that junk used to come on. Hey Jasmine, how are you? Who looked like Rufus? My dog son. But he's so cute though. My little old man. Oh my gosh, it was. I liked it as a kid, but now I'm like, why I watched that? It's whack. Like, I don't know. When I remember watching it, I remember liking it, but at the same time, I don't remember anything from the show except he had on a little detective outfit. And I know that used to be nap time for me because for some reason I always dozed off watching it. Happy to be home, work was chaotic. Girl, feel free to talk to us about it if you like. But I'm glad you off work though. I had liked Wishbone. Did you? I barely remember what he did. I don't know if he was solving crimes or starting them. So happy the work week is over for that job. I love that for you, girl. My work week just began. But it's fine. Um Phineas and Ferb. I watched Phineas and Ferb when I think it was out when I was a teenager because my baby cousin used to watch that junk all the time. And I don't really have anything to say about Phineas and Ferb. They had catchy songs. It wasn't a bad show. It's just I don't really remember much of it. I think it's because we ain't had no choice. You had to wait to watch your favorite show or go outside. Yeah, pretty much. Because I know between like 10 and let's say 2 or 3 o'clock, that was when nothing I liked was on, especially in the summertime on the weekdays. Nothing was on for real. Or I would watch, well, I don't think y'all know what this is, but that show boring too. You talking about Phineas and Ferb? Go to work. It's nighttime. Anyways, but so I don't know. Yes, I only watched one episode. I really don't remember Phineas and Ferb, but I don't remember it being a bad show. They always tell somebody to go to work like you go. That's what I'm saying. Like you in my live stream. How about you find some business? Why are you here? You don't have to be. Just keep scrolling. Like it's so crazy to me when they be saying go to work. It is 9:20 p.m. where I am, okay? Why would I be at work at this? Well, I know some people do work late, but why would I be at work? I don't want to be working right now. But but yeah, usually during summer, um I'm not gonna lie, when I was a kid, I did not like the summer that much because it wasn't anything for me to do. Uh Especially since I kept to myself. I'm at work and I get that money, brother. Get that money. But I'm saying, I clocked in when I got on this live as a side job, okay? but but yeah. But yeah, I hated the summer when I was a kid. It was not the best for me. And it's probably because I kept to myself. What was y'all summers like when y'all were children? Because I loved school up until up until high school. I loved school. And I used to hate being at home during summer break because sure, I did get to sleep in and I did get to watch my favorite shows, but it was definitely mad boring for me. Well, let me take this off top messages. But yeah, it was definitely mad boring because it's like what you know, the grown-ups are going to work and everybody that's my age either lives far away. No one I'm not cool with anybody on my block at the time because my mom was very skeptical of me socializing with the neighborhood kids. I remember at one point in time I used to socialize with the neighborhood kids, but then when my mom saw certain things that some of the girls were doing, like so I remember I had this next door neighbor and I was really cool with her when I want to say between the age of like 4 to 6 and I would see her all the freaking time. But one day we were outside like I forgot what we were doing. I don't know if it was like a little pool situation or what, but I think my mom saw the little girl trying to like I feel like the little girl was emulating something she saw a relative or a friend or somebody doing. So she saw them like flirting, mind you, at a young age with some little boy. And my mom instantly snatched me up and was like, hell no, that's not gonna be you. You can't come outside no more. And I'm like, bro, just cause she out here don't mean I'ma be out here. Like, I'm like, girl, you making something out of nothing. My cousins were at my grandma's house. We watched ourselves. I used to love going on my great grandmother's house until my cousins came over because they used to bully me. They used to give me the fart touch and everything, and I used to hate that for me. And then they used to tie me up to chairs and stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I probably never gonna let that jump go. But yeah, I I don't know. I used to like growing over my great grandmother's house when I was just the only kid over there and when I would just spend time with her or my great uncle. But when my cousins came over, sometimes it was cool. It just depended on which cousin it was. Um, when I got to high school, it became kicking it, going to house parties, summer flings. See, and I really wanted that experience. Like whenever I would see the shows, like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, or it was another Moesha. stuff like that. That's what I thought high school was gonna be like, where I have somewhere that I'm gonna go to all the time, like how Moesha had the den, or I would be hanging out with my friends at the mall and stuff like that. But my mom was kind of scary. I had maybe one friend where I was really cool with, and her mom let us do whatever. But after high school, I didn't really have that, I guess. So, yeah, I didn't really go to house parties or anything because my mom wasn't going to let me, especially not with the way people was in Detroit, because that was when stuff started getting kind of bad a little bit. And I tried to have summer flings, but I always got caught. I really did try, but it never worked out. But when I was young, it was amusement parks, hanging with friends, getting big from eating. See, I don't know. Hello, James Rocky. How are you? I wanted to go to amusement parks, but I don't think I went to an amusement. I think I went to one amusement park, and that was Cedar Point. And I went with my siblings. I think when I was like 15. But I don't know. I didn't really hang out with friends outside of school for real, because everybody lived way farther than me. And my mom didn't like me doing sleepovers and stuff, so I didn't really get to do certain things. Oh, I hate bullies. Yeah, same. Man, free and party entertainment parties was the biggest summer block parties during the time in my area. See, yeah, my mom was not gonna let me. Whenever there was a block party, they locked the gate. It was like they were like, let's lock the gates, turn off the lights, like close the curtains. We don't need to be socializing. Be safer than sorry, most definitely. I've always wanted to go to Cedar Point. So every year the school would tell us we could go to Cedar Point. We could sign a waiver to go, since Ohio is like literally right next door, and it's, like a few hour drive. And basically we would go at 6 a.m. and then stay there till I think 5 and then come back. And my mom never let me go on any of the trips because she did not trust them to have me that far away from home. I know other people that went, and it was a fun time. However, when I went with my family, it was cool. They have different types of rides. I will say the lines were kind of long to stand in, but Cedar Point was a vibe at the time. However, they got a little janky um some years ago, where one of the rides started acting screwy. And I don't know, I feel like that was just an error, or maybe like the ride was older. But I don't know, I haven't been to Cedar Point since I was a teenager, to be honest. We went to Carowinds or Myrtle Beach in the summer for me. What was Myrtle Beach like? Because I seen that in all the shows I used to watch when I was a kid, where they would be like, oh, we're going to Myrtle Beach. Is it literally just a beach, or is it something else going on there? We have all kinds of friends. Be careful who you mix with. This is very true. You do have to be careful with who you end up befriending, with who you mix with. Excuse me, y'all. Because I know I had, I think I've had maybe two, well, no, I had a few situations where I had friends, well, alleged friends that I thought were cool. But then after hanging out with them and socializing with them, I realized they were against me and they were ops. And it's always crazy when people talk about having jealous friends and stuff like that. And I know that there's a genre on YouTube where there are a lot of girls who talk about having jealous friends or having friendships where they end up ending them. And I'm not gonna lie, to me, I feel like if you're a person who is constantly ending friendships all the time or getting rid of people all the time, I feel like that's a red flag to me. Because I'm like, how is it that every time I hear from you, I hear that you not being cool with somebody or you fell out with somebody? Why is it that you stay falling out with people every time I talk to you? You gotta be doing something. Because to me, I'm like, how can you not reflect if you the problem? Like, what are you doing? Or are you just bad at making decisions in the friends you be picking? It's a tourist trap, but yeah, there's parks or the boardwalk. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. When it comes to going to specific places, I part of me would want to avoid specific tourist places because I feel like it would be too crowded. But anyways, but yeah, I just really think that it's so interesting to me how people will say that every single time they end up having friendships or making new friends, they fall out with them. Or one of the red flags to me was whenever I would meet a girl and they would tell me, yeah, I really don't usually make friends with other women. That's like a big red flag for me because I'm like, how is it that you don't make friends with women? Like, why is that hard for you? Because I don't know. I would think it would be easy to make, well, not easy to make friends, but more so, I feel like once you can connect with somebody, it's not too hard. But at the same time, I know that people be having other agendas too. And it does make me wonder about how men have friendships because what was I reading? Someone on my Facebook. Oh, that's what I was reading. What was it last week? Someone on my Facebook would posted this little. It wasn't a meme. It was kind of like some sort of picture that she cropped from an article, and it was saying how women end up falling out with their friends when they go through some sort of life change. So like when they get married or when they have kids, where a lot of their friends don't stick around. But they were saying that for men, men end up maintaining friendships for a long period of time. And the girl basically asked, why do y'all think that is? And my thing is, I feel like it's a mixture of different things for men because I feel like one, I feel like a lot of guys, and y'all men can tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like male friendships are completely different because y'all are just chill. Like I feel like men are naturally just chill and it's almost like a legitimate brotherhood when it comes to men having friends. Um And usually men will hash things out. Like if something bothered one of y'all, y'all could just talk to y'all other friend. Y'all might do some tussling, a little fighting or whatever if y'all gonna do it. But y'all gonna be cool or whatever after y'all talk it out. Or to be honest, sometimes some men just don't talk. Y'all don't be vulnerable. So there's no room for y'all to get into arguments if y'all not really talking about anything personal. But with women, on the other hand, it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's so many layers when it comes to girls because it's like with women, it's kind of like some people can be self absorbed, have their own things going on. Then there are some women who might have an issue with you but don't want to talk about it with you and then they'll be posting little sub remarks on the freaking internet on social media instead of being direct. um Then some women will be like, well, since we don't connect with the moments of our lives at this moment, I'm going to kind of remove myself a little bit. So, for example, I remember one thing I would hear a lot was how if a woman was single and she had married friends, sometimes it was hard to have schedules connect, or you know, sometimes the single girl might feel like she doesn't have anything to talk about with the married women, or sometimes the married women would put themselves on a pedestal and they would be like, well, we're married and you're not, or they'll be pitying them and stuff like that. And sometimes people will have kids and friends become distant because they have kids and they have a lot of obligations. So they don't talk to them as much, or people get a little self absorbed with their family outside of their friends, or people don't make time and then people drift apart. Or there's even jealousy because some women may be comparing their situation like, oh, your husband does this for you, my boyfriend doesn't do this for me. Or, oh, you're married and I'm not. Or some married people even be looking at the single people like, dang, I wish I was single still. Or, oh, you have kids and I don't. And I don't know, I feel like women compare a lot when it comes to, it's either comparison or um sometimes it could be like it's a little self-absorbed too. So I feel like sometimes you realize that certain friends are for certain periods of your life versus having friendships with people for long periods of times like the way men do. True. Some guys will talk, some don't, but if you know your friend and are a good friend, you know how to lift them up. Yeah, see, and I like that because, I feel like with guys and the way they handle friendships is just so interesting to me. So, for example, a lot of guys form unspoken bonds. See, and that makes sense. Hey, Lillian, how are you? But I'll take my husband, for instance, right? And I'll even compare him to like the way his friendships are with guys that I talked previously in the past. Good, you. That's good. I'm good, girl. Welcome. We're currently talking about the difference between women friendships and how women handle their friendships with other women, and then how men handle their friendships with other men. Right? That's what I was thinking. So, with men, I'll even take my husband for example. Seeing the way he operated with his friendships was so healthy to me because when I look at, hey T Berries, how are you? When I look at the way my husband operates with, what you mean you can't hear anything? Can y'all hear me? Like, is it me? Am I the problem? Tell me if y'all can hear me. Someone tell me, say, I hear you. Say, I hear you, please, so I can know. Can someone tell me that they hear me? Or am I talking to my... Hi, it's me. I can hear you. It's me. Okay, thank you. Some of us do have friendships like South Park characters where there's this one guy that's just an annoyance, but he's still in the group. You know what? Yes. I've seen that happen a lot. Okay, thank you so much. You wasn't wrong about us scrapping either. Listen, because I've seen some stuff unfold, and then I just be so bewildered at the fact that y'all still be cool afterwards because women can't naturally do that. Like, For guys, y'all could have an issue with each other, tussle, and then everything is completely fine. Y'all like you want to go get something to eat, bet. But with girls, if we get to tussle fighting, it's like, nah, that'd be dead to me. Like, I want nothing to do with her. She will always be an enemy. She will always be an op. Yeah, I do one. Always wants to be the right one. Yeah. And like, okay. So, my husband and his friends, right? So, it was so interesting to me seeing the way him and his friends operate because they are very, I can't even say healthy because, but I will say the space that they have is a safe space. So sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I be eavesdropping on the conversations. I can hear now. Someone give a quick recap. So I am currently talking about the differences and with women having friendships with other women and men having friendships with other men and how it's different and interesting to me how we handle things in comparison to the opposite sex. And nobody can win though with us when the fight ends. Both of y'all had to have got your hits in because that could be the deciding factor if y'all gonna be cool. So basically what you're saying is somebody can't one up the other person. Got it. You can't hang out with somebody that you either just beat or they just beat. Ah, so y'all definitely gotta be even. Otherwise, somebody gonna be looking at you sideways. Okay, okay. So with my husband, the way his friends are, it's like, they'll confide in each other about stuff because I'll be eavesdropping, I'll be listening sometimes. And they'll joke. And these guys have been friends for the longest, like for the entirety of our relationship plus. So prior to me even coming around, a lot of these guys have been friends. And don't get me wrong, some people have fell out over the years. I'm not gonna lie, it's always somebody specific who be falling out with people. But anyways, but it's for the most part, it's a healthy space where people are present for each other. They're there for each other. They're always, they try to be supportive. They'll tell each other when they're being stupid. It's a good time for the most part. Exactly. Oh, I agree. But that's high school ish. Be like, you good, bruh. Exactly, bruh. But so then when I think of some of the exes I had in the past and I saw some of the friendships they had, well, it depends because there have been some guys who had actual genuine friendships. And I was like, oh, I really like that. That's really cool how you had these people that you grew up with. And that's another thing. I really like that men have friends that they've had for years, like even since elementary, middle school, they stayed in touch. They kept up with each other. I really love that because I don't really have that. I think there was maybe one girl that I used to hang out with, check in on, but now I haven't spoken to her in over 10 years. Um, and a part of it makes me wonder, I'm gonna leave that to myself. But sometimes I wonder if she thinks I would be okay with her current lifestyle, which is why she distanced herself from me. Um, because we both went to a Christian school. And then I found out something about her, and I was like, you know what, that makes sense. But she's never directly told me herself. So it kind of makes me wonder if the reason why we haven't spoken is just out of distance in general, which is probably the main reason. Or is it because she doesn't know how she would tell me, like, yeah, I'm batting for the same team. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, girl, if that's what your gig was, that makes complete sense. But, I know some people can feel some type of way. But yeah, like I really admire, I'm gonna leave that alone, continues to say it. Literally. But I I don't know. I don't really have any long-term friends, and I think it's just because, to be honest, when I think of the friendships that I had prior, a lot of them were out of convenience. So, I believe I told y'all, like, a lot of friendships I had was because of literally where our last names were. So, if someone had a last name beside mine and we got sat by each other, that's gonna be my designated friend, pretty much. I have only a few friends from childhood. We usually talk once to 5 times a month. I love that. Absolutely love that. I got 3 friends. I still talk often enough through social media. See, and that's how I am with my friends. Um, so let me think about it. I have exactly one friend that I went to high school with. He's a man. Um, and my husband knows him too. But we all went to high school together. And then my other friends I made within the past 10 years in adulthood. But I don't really have friends like that. And mainly it's because this is probably the first time I actually chose my friends, apart from my one male friend. Like, normally, I didn't really choose friends like they would choose me. And I feel like it's better that I chose my own this time around because I feel like when I choose my own, I pick better people versus if someone picks me, because a lot of times those people are users, they controlling, they jealous, they have their own personal issues going on that I really don't be wanting to deal with. But I always tell people, like, it's really important to choose your own friends versus having them choose you a lot of times, and then y'all choose each other. I still hang with my 3 homies or hit them through with online gaming. See, that's what my husband does. Like, it, and he gets irritated, and actually him and his friends get irritated when I say it, but I think it's so cute that they don't do it as much, but they still do it. But they will hop on the game and they'll all be playing different games and they'll have their headset on. And I'm just like, so y'all just be holding the phone all night, huh? Like, y'all just be on the game, and y'all just be sitting there holding y'all little headsets, just talking about whatever, huh? That's real cute. And they get so annoyed when I say that, but I'm like, it is cute because y'all really just be caking, huh? Then don't get me wrong, some of the conversations be mad interesting when I be eavesdropping. I be really standing at the back of the door like, ooh, like I wish I was in that conversation. And they invited me to join the group chat, but I'm like, no, because I'm gonna say something that's gonna hurt somebody's feelings. I just know I am. Because they've invited me to be a part of the group chat a couple times, but I was like, no, because I know how I am. And I know eventually somebody would be like, yeah, um, except that one for now. Oh, is it the one that you be basically trying to get to go out and then he did too much and now he in the doghouse and can't come back out? Now, Jasmine, listen, I'm just saying that junk be mad cute to me. Bruh, all we do is talk shit about y'all in business. Please. Men gossip too, like females. Oh, I know. I definitely know that men gossip because they be telling me, like, his friends be telling me all the tea every time I see them. And I be mad interested listening because I'm like, y'all be living some lives, don't y'all? Or like, who are you talking about? Point them out to me. And they be pointing them out to me. Like, speaking of the game, does your husband play GTA 6? And if so, what are you going to do? It's almost time. So, he does play GTA. But I think he's gonna wait till it comes out on computer because he has a PS. What is it? It's a PS5, right? It's not PS6. Is it PS6? Whichever the new PSP is, he got that one. But he plays most of his games on his computer. And I think isn't it GTA 6 is supposed to come out. Well, he might get it on the game. I actually don't know, but usually he buys most of his games on PC. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna do the same thing I've been doing. He be playing games all the time, and I be minding my business. I love that he has hobbies. That's one thing about me. I absolutely like. He'll play the game every single day almost, and I be minding my business, doing my little hobbies every single day. Like, so whenever a new game comes out, I'm like, okay, bet. It doesn't really change too much because again, he regularly games every day practically. So I'm not, or he has like other hobbies, but I really don't be, I guess, thinking about it because it's normal for me. It's like he'll be doing something or I'll be doing something, and then either I'll come and check on him, or he'll come check on me, and he'll be like, hey, how you doing? And I'm like, I'm alright, just checking on you. Or he'll come see me and he'll be like, yeah, just wanted to check on you, give you a kiss, and then he'll go back to what he was doing. So it don't really affect me when he plays games. They sure do. Yup, that one. Most of my friends became friends because of a show we were watching or the music. See, that's cool. I like that. Being able to make friends through similar interests. PS5. Okay, PS5, because y'all know I don't know nothing about no games. Online gaming is better, but if he wants GTA 6, he's going to have to buy on console because they won't have the game for PC users for another year. Yeah, I don't know if he's actually going to buy it because I know it's some other games coming out that he said he wanted to get this year. So I'm not sure. Man, my ex was annoying as hell all in my face when I'm on the game. Like, baby, what you doing? You want me? That's crazy. Like, girl, no, I'm playing the game. I want to play the game. Nah, I usually leave him alone. Cause that means I got free time to do what I want to do. I could work on my YouTube. I could watch my little stories. Binge watch my little series. Read if I want to. Play with my dolls if I want to. Uh, Work on my little arts and crafts. Do my little puzzles. Like, again, I think it's really good to date somebody that has other hobbies. Like, I think I've said it before, but I do think both people should have hobbies. That way they aren't bothering you while you into whatever you doing. Or y'all can have hobbies together. There's nothing wrong with that too. I'm like, hell no in my head. Man, I couldn't imagine. I remember, okay, I remember there were a few situations where I knew some girls that would explain to me, like, ooh, I'm completely okay with dating a gamer. And I would just be sitting there looking at them like, are you okay with dating a gamer? And it's always so funny when I see someone actually date a gamer after they was sprouting all that mess, that they was okay with dating somebody that was into dating a gamer, because you could tell that they absolutely hate it. They hated it. And my thing is, if somebody has a hobby that they really like, and it's something that they've they were doing before you even got there, It's probably for the best to let them go if you have an issue with a specific hobby. And you know what? It's one thing if somebody is on the game all day. Because I will say, I would have an issue if like my husband ain't had no job or something and he was gaming all day. Because then I'm like, unless this is your career path, what are you doing? But if it's just a hobby, I'm not tripping. Yeah, it might have been a specific word you used. Yes, have hobbies. Yeah, like it is really important to have them. Like not just only so you and your partner can have y'all own things, but also, it's just good for mental health to have outlets in other spaces. Um, but anyways, back to what I was saying though. I had dated some guys in the past. Some of them had good friendships, and that were healthy. But man, the ones that did not have good friendships, it was actually quite traumatic to see because it was always so interesting to me seeing some guys who would literally tell me to my face, hey, if one of my friends tries to get up on you, you let me know which one. I got to keep my enemies close. And I'm like, what? And I had a few different guys do that to me where they would explain, I think this such and such is not. If they try to talk to you, if they try to friend you on the internet, like don't even mess with them. And I'm just like, if this not your friend, why are you even letting me meet them? You know, I'm just testing. I'm just testing to see. What do you mean you're testing? You're using me as a tester? What are you talking about? Well, I need to know who my enemies are for real. Because some of them, I know they be going behind my back trying to talk to my girls. Again, why would you let me meet them if you know that's how they move? That junk used to be mad weird to me, like so baffling to me. And then it's like they would be smiling in their face, thinking they are op. I'm like, bro, I think you're a little mental. I think something's a little off there. Maybe you need some therapy, some help. Because if you don't like somebody, why are we going to his birthday party? Football season here is here. Where my prize pick players? Uh, I don't be doing no gambling, so the most I'll gamble is a lottery ticket once every 2 years. He's not testing him. He actually is testing you. He was testing both of us, I feel. And I don't really I never like stuff like that because I don't like playing games. It's like if you want to introduce me to friends because you care about your friends, you care about me, you want me to be integrated, you want to make sure everybody likes each other so that we all cool, we all be able to hang out, get along. Great. But if you introducing me to an alleged friend who you clearly have issues with, and you're trying to see if either one of us takes some bait or flirt with us, it's like, bro, I think I'm gonna head out, which I did because it's like it's too many layers. It's like how do you have you the one creating trust issues at this point because I just got here. And it's if you don't trust your friend, then get rid of them. Lamish for sure. It was good to say he was testing both too, most definitely. Lil the issue, bruh, still not cool. Yeah, it wasn't. But some people are definitely like that. They'll be testing everybody. Like the real test is how about you get some help? You test yourself in therapy. and learn from that, and then use your what you learn as a quiz in everyday life, because clearly you're failing. What are you doing? Or I remember it wasn't funny, but I remember there was this one guy that I talked to for a period of time, and I knew he had trust issues about a lot of different things. But I remember I met his friend. He introduced us, and his friend seemed cool, and I'm like, okay, whatever. His friend proceeds to follow me on Twitter. And this is my thing. You're failing. Yes. So you played that grimy. There's a chance of losing money. Exactly. And I don't like losing money. Okay. That's the least I would like to do. I do want to get into stocks though. That is something that I would like to do. As soon as I get some extra money to invest in with I'm not going to lose. I love that manifestation. Speak on it. But anyways, so I met the friend of this guy I was talking to. He introduced me. Now, this friend proceeded to follow me on either Twitter or Facebook. And I don't have no issue with people following me on the socials when they meet me, because sometimes a lot of people will do that. Like, um, a lot of people when they meet me and see me like a few times, they will follow my socials. Or if they know I'm dating someone that they know, they will follow my socials or friend me, stuff like that. Now, my thing was, this guy proceeds, because he was stalking my freaking friends list at the time. He's like, oh, you have a new friend? Who's your new friend? Is that my friend? Oh my gosh. When I tell y'all, I accepted the friend request from his friend, and in less than 2 hours, he hit me up and he was like, so did you know my friend prior or something? Why are you adding him as a friend? I'm like, first off, he added me. And I thought it was freaking okay because you introduced us. No, it's not cool. It's not cool for you to be accepted friend requests from my friends. I'm sorry. Well, then maybe you should have told your friend not to add me as a friend. Better yet, why did you even introduce me if you didn't want them to be integrated? Or why are you acting like this friend is a op? Because he proceeded to dog his friend out. And I'm just like, everything you're saying, again, if you did not want us to be cool, especially if we both care about you or whatever, why would you introduce me to them? And that man was standing there looking stupid. And I'm just like, I think you have a problem. But later I found out that he just had trust issues with everything and everyone. And I felt really bad for him. But I don't know. It's really interesting dealing with situations with people and realizing they have these issues. It makes me wonder if I ever had any female friends that did that with me, where they talked mess about me. But actually, I did. I did have a friend, an alleged friend that was like that. Invest into space and weaponry. I'm good. And plus, I made all my family sign up for Prize Picks so I can get the $25 referral. I'm up 400 referrals. I love that for you. He a lame. Erase your bruh. I just think people go through certain things and have trust issues. Too much Drake. Let me stop. Let me stop. But you know, I it's really unfortunate when I see people have horrible relationships. And I really do hate that for them, where they don't have enough I guess confidence in themselves, or when they keep around, when they do the whole keep your enemies closer thing. Enemies, brother, we're 19. You're 20. What do you mean enemies? Why do you have enemies and we're newly adults? What are you talking about? You shouldn't be having no enemies, my guy. I don't want to be dating nobody who got enemies. Cause now I'm going somewhere with you, and because I socializing with you, they go hit me up too. No. But again, people be legends in their own minds, just causing confusion in their own minds. People don't, and I realize people really don't be worried about other people. Some people just be thinking stuff up in their head, and it's like, bro, if you put all of this imagination into making something, getting a job, doing something with yourself, you wouldn't even have time to be thinking like this. like you really would not. He trying to make coin. I don't care as long as there's nothing fishy going on. Who cares? That's what I'm saying. Too much Drake. It really is. I'm sorry. Drake is such a questionable character. Now you got that from me. Peen. Enemies are hard to get rid of if you actually have them. Exactly. That's why I'm like, you saying you have enemies and you proud of it is weird. You're a legend in your own mind, brother. And I'm gonna need you to work on that. I'm gonna need you to get those weirdo thoughts out of your head, because nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. No one gives a damn. You're just there. Why would you be somebody's enemy? What have you done? You've done nothing. You have no job. You have no money. You just got a car. Actually, where did you get this money to get this car? like now I'm thinking about it. But I'm pretty sure I've made a few enemies. I know I ain't proud of it. Crazy stuff. No one gives it because no one does. And it's just so interesting seeing the way people think and the way people process stuff. And the older I get, I hope, oh my gosh, I hope that that does not become me, because sometimes I'll talk with older people and I'll realize that a lot of older people are very self-absorbed too. Like, people be self-absorbed in general, but it's really interesting, especially seeing some of my family members, because we'll be riding somewhere and they'll be like, they was staring at me. If you don't get out of my mouth, you see, they cut me off. They did that on purpose. No, I think they were just trying to make the light. Nah, they saw me. They see me. And I'm like, bro, I don't even think it has anything to do with you. I just think it literally is the fact that they was trying to get to where they want to go. Nah. And it's like, bro, I really hope that I don't get like that, where I think everything is about me, where people are out. Like, if something happens that I don't like, I automatically assume it's because it has something to do with them not liking me or something like that. Y'all don't think y'all have made enemies? I think I have. Um, enemies. You know what? Let's look up the definition of enemies. Because when I think of enemy, I feel like it's not people or groups who hate, oppose, or try to hurt others. No, I don't think I have any enemies. Like, if we using that term, I don't think anybody hates me. I don't think anybody would like try to hurt me. So no, I don't think I have enemies, to be honest. Now, there may be some people that don't care for me, but I don't think I actually have enemies for real. I think I have. Yo, first, you are not First Electric. How are you? You ever heard the Cat Williams joke about having haters? Let's look it up. Cat Williams hater joke. You need haters, and if you need somebody to hate on, feel free to hate on me. Is that what he said? If you got 14 haters right now, your goal should be to get to 16 by the summertime hits. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I have haters, but I don't think I have actual enemies. I know I've had people who were jealous of me for whatever reason, but now I will say you have to be careful about people who are jealous of you because that could be a completely different ball game where you end up on Dateline. You know what I'm saying? Um, Usually when I peep someone is jealous of me, I normally remove myself from being around them because they definitely, after a period of time, you realize that it could get dangerous real quick, to be honest. So I'm too old to care anymore. Same. Um, but I will say if somebody is moving weird, I'm removing myself. Cause I don't have to deal with that. True, you gotta watch the clip. Haters, enemies, tomato, tomato. I don't think that's the same because a hater can just not like that you're doing well in life. A enemy will want to harm you. Or like um or they might literally, well, I don't know because the term hater don't mean the same thing as like actual hate to me cuz people use the term hater loosely. For example, when I hear someone say hater, I don't think they literally mean hate, but then again, I guess that is what it means. But yeah, never mind. I don't have no haters either. I just think people don't I just think people disagree with me. I don't think anybody hates me though. A hater will want to see your downfall. You right. You right. I don't think I have any haters currently. Nobody around me anyways. Um so yeah, I don't think I have any enemies. Or if I do, I am not aware of them. Like that's a fear of mine. Like let's say I do really well on YouTube or something and then somehow I get some random that's a hater. Y'all know like how Beyonce has haters or like different singers or artists have haters. It's like unless somebody personally did something to you, why do you hate them? Now, I could understand if you're like, I'll mess with their music. Their music is annoying. They bother me too much with the music. Okay. I don't like the fan base. I can completely understand not liking a fan base. My gosh. Because sometimes the fans of favorite artists are horrible. Like, and this is why I understand why a lot of people don't really like Beyonce fans. No offense to Beyonce fans, but it's like I completely understand why some people don't like some of the Beyonce fan base because of the way some of them act. It's not all of them, but it's because of the way some of them act. Or like, I'm trying to think of it, or the Nicki Minaj fan base. Like, there's no reason you should be harassing people or doxing people. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason for that just because they disagreed that she is not the best rapper alive. You know what I mean? It's stuff like that where I'm like, I understand fan bases usually be a problem. That means success. That's the point of the Cat Williams joke. Yeah, I get you. But personally, I would like to have success without the hate, if possible. People get jealous. I think it really depends because one of the reasons why I don't like. So, okay. When it comes to celebrities, I don't like that people think that celebrities are perfect. Oh, this person can do no wrong. Oh, everything they put out is amazing. It makes people become mad biased. And that's something that I don't like. But again, I keep my thoughts to myself because it's like I realize that a lot of people are biased and a lot of people will just ride hard for somebody because they like them or because it's popular. Whereas for me, I'm usually very subjective when it comes to other people. So like if somebody were to, tell me like, okay, I think that everything this person ever made is amazing. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. Because I'm like, I'm not gonna knock you if that's how you really feel, but I know how I am. I can't really say that any artist I've ever listened to that every single thing they put out was something that I love because that's not true. I'm not gonna lie. And I feel like a lot of people will lie because it's their favorites. And it's like, I understand it, but I don't understand it because a lot of people will think like, oh, this person, I'm gonna put this person on a pedestal and they're human. You know what I'm saying? Or, oh, this person can do no wrong. They could be doing some mad, crazy stuff as a person, but because it's them, like I said in my previous video I did, it's like, oh, I'm not going to hold them to the same standard I would hold any other human because they're attractive or because I like them or because they're my favorite artist. I don't know. I just don't like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Where people think that the person can do no wrong. It's like you don't have to necessarily say that they doing wrong, but it's like when people come out with albums of songs and somebody that's a ride hard fan, they'll just be like, oh, everything that come out with them is amazing. But then I'll listen to it and I'm sitting there like, I maybe liked one or two songs. And then I'll tell them that. They're like, oh no, you gotta listen to it again. You telling me you didn't like this, and that? No, I didn't. I did not like it. And then now I'm a bad guy because I don't agree with them because I said I did not like their fave. And it's like you said, Electric, people be biased. People will be biased with their faves. And I don't really understand that way of thinking. You know what I mean? Like, I understand supporting people, but I don't understand it. Too invested, that's impossible, unfortunately. You can't name one successful person that doesn't have people hating or plotting on them. This is true, which is why I would love to be a YouTuber that is successful, but I don't need that many followers. Like, just let YouTube push my videos out. That's all I need, where I can make the money. But I do not need that many followers. You know what I mean? Plus, you were low-key biased toward Chris Brown when you were younger, I bet. No, I wasn't actually. So when I first, let me see, when did he first come out? Because I can tell you. I can tell you. When did his first album come out? And not them saying that's like the first thing. What is Chris Brown diagnosed with? That's crazy. Oh, I did not know he got bipolar 2 disorder. No wonder. That's crazy. That's rough. Anyways, so his first album, let's see. Come on. Just so much stuff. Okay, his first album came out in 2005. And in 2005, I was in high school. Going into high school, I think. I was either in high school or going into high school. And he wasn't doing nothing at that time. He was just new. Now, when everything happened with him and Rihanna, I don't remember feeling any way about it because by that time, so this was an issue that I have, right? Actually, it's not an issue. But if I know that someone's taken, and it's not like I had a chance, okay? But if I know that someone's taken, I, for some reason, do not really care for them or do not like them. So I went from really liking Chris Brown, and then when I found out he was talking to Rihanna, I low-key stopped liking him. Like, I was like, oh, huh, that's the type of guy you like. Okay. Well, that's the type of girl you like. Bet. And mind you, again, delusional. I'm not gonna ever meet this man, but I was like, after he got with Rihanna, I stopped liking him. I was like, oh, he's not attractive to me anymore. Like, but sheesh, I was closed. Like Chad always been fine. Like I always liked Chad. Like I didn't know he was married to Sophia Bush, but for that period of time. But I always thought he was an attractive man. He's still attractive to this day. But yeah, I feel like people be biased with their faves. And you know, that's something I don't like. Cause again, it's very rare I found people who had multiple perfect albums, but especially over the course of the career, you know? Ashanti's still my crush to this day, even though Nelly ruining that. I'm so disappointed in Ashanti because I watched a little bit of the reality show that they had on Peacock, and I really wish she would have stayed away from him. I really wish she would have stayed away from him. He's a disappointment. He is, but I'm more disappointed in her because she knew what she was getting. I'm disappointed in her situation for her because she knew what she was getting. Now, keep in mind, I don't know these people real lives or whatever, but on that show, some of the stuff that was explained and exposed on that show, I was just sitting there looking like she definitely should have dated somebody else and she should not have dated him. And as for him, I mean, he a disappointment in general. And I love Nelly. That was like one of my first celebrity rapper crushes. I think he was the first celebrity rapper I had a crush on. And I absolutely loved him down. But then I grew up after a period of time. And then him doing all this stuff in the past couple years, just chucking and jiving. You know what I'm saying? Truly unfortunate. But again, he just like Lil Wayne. He just like Nicki Minaj. Just be performing for the man, you know? trying to get a come up from the man. She could have been more famous, is what the problem is. I mean, I understood why she wasn't, and that was because it was that man. What's that man that died that was doing all that stuff to her? I forgot what his name was. Um, but he kind of messed her career path. Yeah, now she just keeps singing her old songs. I liked her old songs personally, but I was a Ashanti stan for the longest. Um, but again, yeah, Irv Gotti, yeah. I think he definitely messed up her career, and her just messing with him in general messed her up. Oh, Ja Rule. Yeah, I feel like they just had a phase and then they fell off, you know? But I still love me some Ja Rule and some Ashanti. I don't care. To this day, I'm gonna be listening to them. But again, that's like I said before. I really feel like you messing with the wrong people or keeping the wrong people in your corner or talking to the wrong people will mess you up. It's just like Nivea and Lil Wayne. Nivea got with Lil Wayne, and I think she thought that Lil Wayne was gonna help her career or whatever. Or I don't know exactly what happened, but he made her some false promises and they ended up going with somebody else. I forgot who it was, but and she got pregnant and stuff. And it's just like it really sucks how listening to the wrong person or messing with the wrong person will change the trajectory of your life. Like, even people I know in real life, I just be like, dang, you could have been doing this, this, and that. And because you talked to this scruffy old guy, this dungy, dirty guy, now you will always have a baby by this man. Or you will always be connected to this man. Or you allow this. But 100% all of her catalog. I loved Ashanti. That Grease video one or what, bruh, Murder. Of course, this little girl likes Murder Inc. Anything software we grimy is all about. Hey, what is wrong with Murder? I used to love the songs that they had. But I just think that, well, yeah, you're a girl. I mean, I know a lot of guys that like Ja Rule. I won't say they ride for him, but they definitely liked a lot of Ja Rule. They definitely still mess with Ashanti. It was marketed towards females. I mean, maybe it was, but it was catchy. Like those songs was playing for years in the summer at the barbecues. You totally missed the joke. They maintained all of her catalog, which means the contract was murder death. All right, don't start, y'all. But you know, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, people being biased. But who's to say? I might not have liked anything of Ashanti's later on, to be honest. I mean, but that's what they used to say, Electric. They always used to say murder. That was the catchphrase. Yes, all y'all go to y'all corners. Always switching up. She lost her touch. I don't think she lost her touch. I just think because she didn't come out with new music, if you hear it so much, you're like, okay, what else is new? I want to say she came out with new music. It's just it wasn't biting because she had took a break. And that's the other thing. Like, if people take too long of breaks, well, people forget about you. And then people don't listen to your stuff because the age of music has changed so much. Ugh. Anyways, but I don't know. I but yeah. But that's what they said. They always used to say murder in the songs. That's what he said. And we were talking about Ja Rule. But anyways, so ugh, that's me. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't like when people are completely biased. Like just completely biased when it comes to artists. And they can drop hey, I can block you. Let's stop talking about this cuz I will do it. Okay. We supposed to be talking about what I'm talking about, not what y'all talking about. Anyways, thanks, Jasmine. But so okay, back to what I was saying though about the topic I was talking about earlier. um, so when it comes to the women, like being friends with women or whatever, it's just so different because I don't know. You know, sometimes people be having the whole hidden agenda, and I don't know. The expectations don't be the same, and then people be expecting way more than what they given, which I don't like. That's one thing I don't like about some friendships. Anywho, with ugly people, okay, I'm done. Not ugly people. Now back to the friends. Damn. But I just think it's crazy when I ponder about past relationships I had with some women and I realized that some of them would either lie to me about a lot of things or lie to me about who they were because they wanted to portray themselves a certain way, which is scary to me, crazy to me. Or some of them were kind of jealous. And the thing that gets me is I never understand jealousy when it comes to women and having like friendships with women that get jealous because even when I think about friendships I've had in the past, I would never get jealous. I think, for example, okay, I could think of something. So let's say if I had friends that were in relationships, right? I and I was single. I think for me, it wasn't that I would feel jealous. It would just be like, dang, I wish I had that. Or I wish, I had somebody that was treating me well or whatever. However, at the same time, some time would pass and I would see the way that those friends would get treated. And I'm like, dang, you know what? I'm kind of glad that I don't have a relationship. Like, so, but it's not like I would want what they had. It was more so like I would want to be in a relationship or something like that. Or um there are specific things I get jealous of when it comes to women. I actually have a video I'm coming out with that talk about it a little bit more. Sneak peek, I guess. So, one thing that makes me jealous. Actually, this is probably the only thing that makes me jealous when it comes to women, even men actually. When someone shares with me that they found a career that they love and they have been in it for majority of their life. That's like something that I get jealous of cuz I'm like, "Damn, you found out something that you really loved at an early age and you were able to go to school for it, find a job for it. You love the job and you can retire there." Like that's something that I get jealous of cuz I'm like that's rare. You know what I mean? Like that's something that isn't a norm that it doesn't naturally happen like that. Where people find career paths and they stay there and they're happy. So that's something that really makes me envious a little bit cuz I'm like, I wish I could have found something that made me feel passionate at an early age and then I was able to successfully go to school for it and able to successfully secure a job in that field. And then I actually like my job and I like the experience working there. And now I have this 401k stacked. You know what I mean? Or have like amazing insurance, health, life. I like stuff like that. Like I like hearing about stuff like that, but that is something that makes me a little jealous cuz it seems like somebody is together. Or let's see, what else is something that I get jealous of? I think actually I don't think I can think of anything else. I think that's probably the only thing that really makes me jealous to be honest because it's a rarity. I'm normally not jealous of people's looks or sometimes I'm jealous of other women's abs. Like if they have a 3-pack, I'm like, girl, that thing thangin'. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like that junk is immaculate. Cause I'm jealous not only of the abs, but I'm jealous that you actually put the work in. Because I hate working out. I'm jealous of the motivation you have. Because I have none. Like that's the thing that makes me jealous. Cause I always wonder, how do people reach a point where they want to work out all the time? How do you reach that point where you feel motivated to work out 4 times a week? I got jealous of the owner of my old company I worked for because he had a boat. You know, that sounds like a decent jealousy. Like, that doesn't sound like a problematic one. Personally, I wouldn't want a boat. Because I know it's expensive to manage that boat. Because you got to pay for docking it. Apart from paying for the boat, you got to have insurance on the boat. That's a lot. Ooh, the abs, maybe the stomach. It's been years since my tummy was flat. Girl, I really miss having a flat stomach. I do. You couldn't tell me nothing. Man. And that's when I should have been wearing the crop tops. But I was not. I was too afraid to wear those crop tops. But now I be wearing my crop tops, but I have high-waisted jeans on. Like, high-waisted leggings if I feel like showing out. But I mean, an hour a day isn't bad. An hour a day working out? Electric, no. Absolutely not. That does not sound appealing to me. And that's what I mean. I do not have the motivation. And I be jealous of people who do have it because I do not. Me too. I wasn't allowed to wear those when I was younger. I try to compensate now. I feel that. because I couldn't wear crop tops either when I was younger. And I really wanted some. I'm not gonna lie, I did crop my, like, I would roll my shirts up and then put a rubber band to the back, tie it to the back to make it cropped. And I remember my my mom had saw my Facebook page and she got so mad. She was like, I know you're not showing off your stomach. I know you're not being fast. And I'm like, girl, come on. When you got it, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be hating on me, girl. Like, just let me show off the little 3-pack that I have, okay? See, y'all making the live not fun. And I hate that. I truly hate that. Hey y'all, cut this dish out. Jazz are talking. It has the floor. That's what I'm seeing. Cause why you starting stuff in my life? We're supposed to be having fun, and it's not fun for me. That makes me want to get off of here, but I'm not, cause I gotta get these watch hours. I'm glad I was being good. You always find Jasmine. Like, geez, because I'm telling you, if I didn't have to get the watch hours, I would have been like, you know what? I'm gonna just get off of here because y'all doing too much. Like, I just want to have a good time yapping with my friends on the online. Like, with these cramps. Ugh, being a girl is annoying. Girl, I swear, it's trash. At least it's not as bad. I'm glad. Oh, yours, yes, on mine. I be cussing. I try not to cuss. Sometimes it be slipping out, but ugh. Me too. I was just enjoying the convo. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was just trying to yap with y'all, and then here to go the girls are arguing. Like, like please. But anyways, as I was saying though, so I forgot what I was talking about. Now I gotta scroll back up to see what the hell I was talking about. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I wasn't allowed to wear certain things too, but I definitely did. And then I took pictures of myself, posted them on the internet, and then my mom found out and was like, what are you doing? Showing off your belly. What are you doing? Showing off the top of your tittlers. What are you doing? And I'm like, girl, listen, you see me, you see it. Like, come on, get with it or get lost, mom. I was so lame. I was such a freaking lame, bro. Ugh. Because I was dead ass too. Like, I really, man, I absolutely loved showing off my stomach so bad. Or like a little bit of the cleave. And I really shouldn't have been. Because it did get me attention, but probably not the right type of attention. Ooh, or when I snuck out the house and put on some bright pink lip gloss. Ugh, and I still have some pictures of when I had wore it. That junk was so embarrassing looking back. I'm like, what was I thinking? And I really thought I was hot-ish too. Cause I had basically got some hot pink lip gloss from the freaking beauty supply store. And it was funny because I tried it on the night before. Like, I wiped it on, looked in the mirror, and wiped it immediately off so that oh, what part did y'all last hear? Cause I was yapping. What was the last part that y'all heard? It had froze. Oh, I apologize, y'all. Yeah, thanks. Oh, you back. Okay, see, I don't even know where I left off at. Well, anyways, I was telling y'all about how I was fast. I was talking about Jordan. Dang it. Okay, so let me reiterate what I just said. Um, so my mom found the pictures where I was showing off my midriff, my stomach, and I was showing off a little top of my tiddlers. And, she was like, "What are you doing being online? You out here showing off." And I told my mom, "Get with it or get lost, girl." Like, I was so whack. I was so freaking lame. Like, I really thought I was doing something. But I did. I used to leave out the house where I would sneak and put stuff on. So, like, I remember I couldn't wear lip gloss for real. Like, my mom wanted me to wear chapstick, right? I couldn't wear lip gloss. So, I had went to the beauty supply store one day. Yes, the cleavage. So, anyways, I had went to the dollar store one day, right? And not the dollar store, the beauty supply store. And I had found me a couple of lip glosses. Now, I found me a clear one just to be safe, but then I saw this hot pink one that I really, really wanted. So I bought it. And my mom didn't know I smuggled it in the house. And I remember I went to the bathroom. I was acting like I was using the bathroom. Top of your to what is that? So I tried it on and I'm like, oh yes, this is fire. Mind you, it was not fire. I still have some pictures from when I was in high school, and when I tell y'all, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I should not have been wearing that junk. But so base value, right? My mom would came, my sister just so okay. I ended up sneaking out the house with my lip gloss. And immediately when I got to school, I would go run to the bathroom, put it on. And I'm like, yeah, I got this lip gloss on. She ain't tell me nothing. And you know how the girls would do that little lip smacker smack? Like, anyways. But then when my mom came to pick me up, I made sure I wiped that junk off. So one day, I was like, ooh, let's be adventurous. And I tried on the hot pink lip gloss. Mm-mm. I wore that junk all day. And mind you, it did attract attention. Probably the wrong attention. But for whatever reason, I completely forgot to wipe the lip gloss off when my mom came to pick me up. Y'all, I was walking up to the car. As I was walking up to the car, it was a couple guys I knew. They said hi to me. My mom yelled out the window, "Get your ass in this car." I'm like, first off, I'm like, why are you coming at me like that? I was in confusion. Like, why did she just come at me like that? And anyways, I was in confusion as to why she had came at me like that and why she told me to get my ass in the car like that. So I get in and she's like, "What is that on your face?" And I'm looking at her like, "What are you talking about? I got something on my face." And she pulls down the little mirror, the car in the front. Look at what you got on your face. And I open it and I realize what? And then I realize I got that pink lip gloss on and it's pink. And I'm like I was so shamed, but I was just like, oh. And she's like, where did you get that from? I lied. I was like, what are the girls at school? Let me try it. You're not supposed to be sharing products with the girls. You don't know where that stuff is from. I'm like, Ma, it's not a big deal. Why did those boys say hi to you? I'm like, they're in the same classes as me. You shouldn't be sorry. Oh. It was embarrassing, but hilarious. And somebody made up a good point. So I was scrolling threads this past weekend, and someone brought up the point of why is it that black girls are basically taught don't focus on men, don't focus on boys, be scared, stay away from boys. But then when they become adults, it's like, okay, where the babies at when you get married? And I thought that was such an interesting concept because I'm like, you know what? This is true. They definitely made it like a big deal to not talk to boys, but then once we hit adulthood, it's like, okay, where the boys at? And it's like, well, you basically made me to be scared of them. And also the fact that, when it comes to black households, I don't know how everybody else household was, but we didn't really have conversations about dating. Um, and I really wish there would have been conversations about dating and I guess how to date, but then I also realized that a lot of our parents didn't know how to date either. But I feel like that was something that should have been discussed. Like, okay, this is what you shouldn't want in a guy. If a guy does this, you shouldn't be with them. If a girl does this, you shouldn't be with them. But it's like there wasn't really any conversation about that. It was just like don't get STIs, STDs, don't get pregnant, basically, and stay away from them. That was it. It was nothing else. Don't come back pregnant. And then once we reach adulthood, we figuring stuff out on our own for the most part. So I don't know. She was trying to protect her cup. She was. She literally came in with the belt in her hand and told everyone in the class, y'all better be quiet too. She tells me, mess up if you want to, and this is waiting for you at home in front of the whole class. See, that would have so embarrassed me. That was the most embarrassing thing my mom has done to me. I could imagine. Because why'd you do that in front of the whole class, girl? Why couldn't you did that at home? I'm telling you, Electric, do not let me block you again, bro. I really don't want to. But I really don't like when y'all be going at each other. Especially when we not even talking about that. It ain't about y'all, it's about the conversation. Anyways, I'm done. But don't let me block you again. But anyways, like I was saying, again, I just think it's so interesting how dating was. Like, how did y'all parents talk to y'all about dating when y'all were teenagers, or did they just give y'all to talk about getting somebody pregnant or protection? Because mine only talked to me about protection and pregnancy and STDs. They didn't really talk to me about dating, which I feel like would have been very helpful. And when I hear, I guess it depends on your background because I know it different, like it's different from culture to culture. You know what I mean? Like some people, they'll actually talk about dating, or there are even some white girls who I've met, and the concept is you can go to college to get education, however, also go to college to get a man, which I thought was so interesting to me. Because black girls, we're taught, go to school to get an education, but we're not even thinking about finding somebody to date. But not all of them, but some of them were taught, like, yeah, you go to college, you find something to do, but also while you're there, look around to see what type of men are available. And I'm like, that's so interesting to me. But it also just depends, because I heard that concept varies uh when it comes to their community. So keep it at that. I feel like they didn't. Granny did. Granny was schooling you. This lady, Granny knows the old school game, and she was swerving, bruh, please. But yeah, like, it's just really interesting seeing how other people had different upbringings and the way their parents taught them stuff. She says she sure do. But hey Granny, how are you? But I don't know. I kind of wish my mom or somebody had, I guess, taught me about dating when I was younger, because it could have probably helped me avoid some stuff. But I feel like my mom and even the women in my life didn't know much about dating either. So it probably would have been the blind leading the blind. In all honesty. Cause even when I talk with my mom now, like, we've well, to be honest, after I became an adult, the relationship between me and my mom was much different. So it was like an open book. And I don't know. Once I became an adult, I feel like she became a little bit more comfortable with talking with me about stuff, but at the same time, it's like, it's really hard to, I guess, gain advice from someone who doesn't date. Because my mom was always like, she was kind of anti dating when she had me and my brother. Like, she was just really focused on raising us for the most part versus dating. Would it have been better to hear it from your dad? I don't really had a best relationship with my dad, in all honesty. Um, he gave me basically a bare bones protection talk, and he gave it to me at the wrong time. And it really pissed me off the way he did it. So, yeah. Again, I feel like I learned stuff about dating through experience, through friends I had, through stuff I seen from other people. Very much out of touch. But then again, I guess it makes sense too if, people didn't talk with us about relationships and dating because they didn't really have any good advice to give, or they didn't have good experiences themselves and they didn't want to like mess it up, or maybe they weren't thinking about sharing that information. But to be honest, if any kid asked me like any teenager asked me advice, I would definitely get them advice like, yeah, make sure you're always being respected. Don't date someone who is trying to use you. If you see that they are talking to someone else, it's probably for the best that you leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they're trying to press you to be physically intimate and it's not what you want to do, you can say no. And you don't have to feel like you have to do anything. You know what I mean? Like, I do feel like there should be more conversations about respect and actual courting. He, or what if when they have the same first name, What do you mean? When they have the same first name. Respect your body and don't just be randoms on Facebook dating. I have subconscious too many people in real life. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being, if you could meet somebody online, sure, but in my personal opinion, I feel like dating online or like dating on apps is the worst way to meet people because I hate to say it, but a lot of times people people on the dating apps are, I can't say what I'm going to say because it sounds mean, but a lot of them are people who, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's just, I'll say a lot of the guys are people who don't really want to grow. I don't know much about the women that be on the dating apps, but a lot of the guys don't want to grow, and a lot of the guys be leftovers, in my opinion, from what I've heard. Like, it's the guys are people that most women ain't gonna want, and that's why they on the dating apps. From what people I know have told me, that's why a lot of people will say if you on the dating apps, you literally are using that just for physical, and that's it. Unfortunately, because it's very hard to find something serious on there. Have your friends ever gotten you to be friends with their friends? Have my friends ever gotten me to be friends with? I feel like, mm, yeah, I've had recently one of my friends. She t- she asked me if I wanted to be in the group chat she had. I told her no. Cause I was like, I really don't be liking group chats, girl. I really don't. So I was like, no, I'm good. However, I'm completely fine to hang out with them because I absolutely love, like, usually my friends actually have like cool people that they hang with, and I'm okay with that. And I've introduced some of my friends to each other where they became cool, and sometimes I feel like I wonder how I would have some moments where I'm like, huh, maybe I feel left out, but then I'll be like, no, I don't care that much. Like, it would be a fleeting moment, like, huh, will I feel left out if they do something without me? And then I think about it and I'm like, no, I don't care because I'm an introvert and I like being by myself. And I probably don't want to go and do some of the stuff that they want to do anyways. Um, because one of mine did twice. Like, they both got jealous. Like, why do you want me to be friends with your friends? I'll be friends with you, but not your friends. Because they didn't like me to begin with. See, yeah, that's something else I don't like. I've noticed too that sometimes when you try to mix friends, they'll try to one up the other friend. Or they'll be like, oh, who's this new girl? She's not better than me. She's not a better friend than me. And it's like, whoa, what are we doing right now? Like, why are you like, I'm thinking we could all be cool, but you're being jealous and you're comparing the friendship, which is weird. That junk is weird, but tell your friends to get with my friends and we can be friends. Didn't Joel Santana say that? Tell your friends to get with my friends. We can be friends. Switch and be friends. Switch is your man. That's Chris Brown, ain't it? Electric. That's Run It with Joel Santana. That's what that sounded like. Yeah. Look at you. But anyways, but I don't know. I like uh because that's what was not him. It's Joel Santana, actually. I mean, Run It is a classic, okay? But now I'm talking Biggie Smalls. I don't know nothing about Biggie Smalls. Except he said some questionable things. But I'm just saying, I know Joel Santana said that. I know Joel's. I know Joel's. I know he said it. That's Diddy. What? Okay, listen, listen. Uh, Anyways, back to what I was saying. So yeah, sometimes I don't really like mixing friends because from previous experience of what I've seen, I feel like people be acting mad weird. People don't know how to just be chill and cool with everybody, or like I said, people be trying to one up people, or people be doing too much, or jealousy ensues, and it's like then also people be territorial. And with me, I'm mad cool, so I'm like, I don't mind being cool with everybody. Like, I usually don't have no issue with people. However, sometimes I'll peep things when I hang out with new people, and I'm like, I have to watch what I say about specific things because I know it might offend somebody, or I have to watch the way I deliver some information because I don't want somebody to take it the wrong way. And usually everything is fine because a lot of people just, even though I'm dead ass when I say a lot of stuff, people take a lot of what I say as a joke. Cause a lot of y'all be taking what I say as a joke sometimes. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping about it. I think it's just my delivery, which is why people find stuff that I say funny. But I also know that I try to be mindful because I know that sometimes women can be sensitive and I don't want to make someone uncomfortable. I wish people would take what I say as a joke. Let's switch places. But Electric, you be doing too much. No offense, but full offense, bro. Like we could be talking about something and you'll be bringing up something that don't relate to what we're talking about. And it's one thing to be making jokes, right? Because don't get me wrong, some of your jokes are funny. Some of your jokes do be landing. Don't get me funny. But then other times you be doing too much, bro. Like it go from 2 to 18 and I just be sitting here like, bro, how did we get here? No, don't say thank you. Don't say thank you. Like I really just be in confusion, especially when you be going in on specific people. I'm like, brother, but why though? And I swear you just like to play all day. Like I feel like you like to mess with people on purpose. I really do. It really gets your jollies going. That's what it gives me, truly. I accept compliments. Please don't take it as a compliment. Please take it as something to work on. Like, I'm just saying, please take it as something to work on, brother. Please, please do. Because, like, not all the offense. That tickled me all the way to the ground. Hey, Mika, how are you? It's just a silly goose time. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. Speaking of silly goose, y'all remember Mother Goose? What was the rhyme for that? Mother Goose. No. The lady in the shoe had so many children she didn't know what to do. I remember there was this cartoon that used to come on and it used to show different nursery rhymes. And I swear the lady in the shoe used to stress me out because I really used to sit there and wonder like, did she run an orphanage or did she have those babies by birth? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was that? Did she actually have all those children? Or was she running an orphanage? And why didn't she have no help? Where were the men at? Where were the men? Hey, Treasure. How are you? But yeah, I don't know. It's something that it does keep me up at night. Actually, let's read it, because that's just the mood I'm in. What was it called? Nursery rhyme, lady in the shoe. Mm-hmm. Okay, where is it? Where is it? All right. So let's why is it so short? I thought this was longer than this. How are you? I know you told me that I have an accent, but for some reason, well, I know it's because I'm me. Like I don't hear that I have an accent. But all right, let's see. Are you saying this isn't longer? Huh. Okay. So this is entitled There Was an Old Woman Who Lived in a Shoe. Let me know if you guys have heard of this nursery rhyme. It says, There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth with plenty of bread. She kissed them all fondly and sent them to bed. Now, I'm wondering, where were the baby daddies? Where were the fathers? Because, okay, you could be a single mother, but, you know, if you don't know what to do, where is the help at? You know what I'm saying? Like, and this, it's just, yes, I remember this, but like, who the F wrote this? Mother Goose. Let's look it up. Who is Mother Goose? Who is Mother Goose? I remember. You make a good point, because why she doing it by herself? I'm saying, just bread though. Girl, I don't know. Like, just bread going to bed would piss me off. So maybe she didn't have the money, I guess, but I'm like, where's the meat at? No water? Like, I know they hungry as f. Yes, because we're I they need to be sending her some child support or something. Where's the EBT? Because I would have been like, listen, we gonna go get us a little seafood boil. Anyways, bread, no sugar. Oh, I know that junk was dried in a mug. Just dry. Mother Goose is a fictional elderly woman and imaginary author credited with traditional children's nursery rhymes, fairy tales, and songs. She is not a real historical person, but rather a cultural symbol for classic folklore passed down through generations. Chicken and dumpling would have been affordable. She really could have made some chicken and dumpling. Got her some Vienna sausages. Um, And the Vienna, like Mika, girl, when you was eating the Vienna sausages, I was like, man, I miss those. I had some last week and they were so good. I still say the smoked ones are the best ones to me. I love them down. I still eat them. Like when I got my wisdom teeth pulled a couple years back, I was munching on those faithfully. And ever since then, I started back eating those all the freaking time. She could have got them some Chef Boyardee. She really could have. And she wouldn't even have to worry about making bread from scratch. She could have just got two in the can and been like, here y'all go. Eat this Chef Boyardee. And yeah, we gonna go to bed. Girl, they are so good. They are peanut butter and jelly. She really could have made them some peanut butter and jelly. But all you giving them is bread, no water. So now they choking in their sleep. And you better hope it ain't no biscuits from freaking Popeyes. Although, I'm not gonna lie, I like Popeyes biscuits. Especially if they give me the honey. I be messing with it. That junk do be good. But you gotta eat them the day you get them because those are not bread like biscuits you could heat up in the microwave because that junk do be mad like dry hard. ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. What was it? What was it? Alphabet soup? Is that what it was? SpaghettiOs. I don't even remember what SpaghettiOs taste like, but I remember eating them as a kid. You get so sidetracked. I do. My mind just be going when I be thinking of different stuff. Oh yeah, let's look up Mother Goose nursery rhymes. Let's see. Let's take a big trek down memory lane. Nursery rhymes list. What do we have? Okay, yes, we're gonna read some nursery rhymes. Jasmine talking to herself, we just hear. That's literally how it be sometimes, bro. Okay. Tastes like soft noodles and watery sauce. That sounds awful. That's a superpower. Listen, I be keeping myself entertained. Okay, let's talk about Humpty Dumpty. Okay, Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Now, what makes me wonder is why was he up there to begin with? If he knew that he could be cracked, why was he even up there? And oh wait, bawling, laughing, not the watery sauce, grimy. The sauce, cause he got his bear up there to begin. That's what I'm saying. Like, why was he even up there? How did he even get up there? Did someone snatch the ladder down? Did someone set him up? Did somebody push him off the wall? I bet you somebody set him up. I always liked that one. That's what he get. He wanted to swing. He wanted to get cracked. I don't know, but to me, it's given somebody set him up. I feel like what happened was somebody who he thought was his friend was like, "Hey, I need you to do something for me." And they was like, "Could you get up on this ladder and go do this?" And then they went up and Humpty Dumpty went up there. He was like, "All right, I'm up there." And then they snatched the ladder down. And he was like, "Hey, where'd you go?" And then he lost his footing and fell. And I think somebody set him up. I really do. You know, in the original version, he's not even an egg. Okay, let's see. What was Humpty Dumpty? What was Humpty Dumpty? It says he's portrayed as an anthropomorphic egg who falls off a wall and cannot be repaired. Oh, so it says that it was first recorded in the 18th century England, but it started off as a verbal riddle where the answer was that he was an egg, but it never states that he was an egg. Jack and Jill is my fave. Let's see. Let's read Jack and Jill. They never even say what he actually is. They don't. Mind you, you baking this up. Yes. Wait, what you mean he ain't an egg? So they later portrayed him as an egg because technically the riddle was that, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall or whatever, but the riddle was supposed to be that when he had a fall, the reason why they couldn't put him back together was because he was an egg and you can't put an egg back together, basically. Too many TikToks. I don't be on TikTok, so I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't been on TikTok since December, so. But anyways, Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Now, let's talk about this. So, they went up the hill, I assume, to get water from a well. And I'm assuming that Jack lost his footing, fell down said hill, and hit his head, and continued rolling. Where are the parents? You know, his head just wide open, and Jill follows behind him. Now, it says up. Now, that's the part I do not remember. Okay, so the first part says Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Apparently, there's a second part, and it says up Jack got, and home did trot as fast as he could caper to old Dame Dob, who patched his knob with vinegar and brown paper. So, Jack got hurt, busted his head. He went home as fast as he could, and he went to see, which I assume is a fake ass doctor, who put him together with some vinegar and brown paper. Now, when I hear this, it makes me wonder. Vinegar and brown paper. Why? Why are you using vinegar and brown paper and this boy is bleeding? Jill pushed him. Electric, why do you think that? Why do you assume that she pushed him? They was already on the hill. He could have just slid back. Have y'all ever been on a hill before? Do you know how easy it is to fall down a hill? Like, I've fallen down not a many of hills, but I've fallen down a hill before, and it's very easy to fall down one. Like, you take one wrong step and it's over. Witchcraft is crazy. Okay. Ring around the rosy. Let's see. You clumsy. That's probably why. You got me there. You got me. Like, I am definitely a clumsy girl. I can't even dispute that. I really cannot. I assume the vinegar was burning his wounds. That's what I think, because it's like, you're not even using alcohol for real. You know, you're not using no antibiotic, no hydrogen peroxide. So he got an open crown. He go to see a fake ass doctor. And now he burning. He hurting and burning. Okay, now we're going to we're going to read Ring Around the Rosy. Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posy. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Now, I heard that this was about something dark. Let me Google. What is Ring Around the Rosy about? Ring Around the Rosy is a popular children's playground game and nursery rhyme, while an urban legend claims it describes the 1665 Great Plague of London, or the Black Death. Folklorists have shown this dark theory is a modern myth, and the song is actually just a playful traditional game. Because I'm not gonna lie, when I hear Ring Around the Rosy, originally I thought, okay, we're making a little ring, like everyone's holding hands in a circle, and we're around a bunch of roses. You know what I'm saying? We're holding hands in a circle around some roses. A pocket full of posies. So now we got some posy flowers in our pockets. Okay. And then it says ashes, ashes. We all fall down. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. That does sound like witchcraft. I'm not gonna hold you. Because where did the ashes come from? I see the rose. We have a ring. We're holding hands in a ring. I see the roses. We got a pocket full of posies. That's fine. But ashes, where did this dirt come from? We not burning nothing. Whose ashes are those? We all fall down. That sounds like we going to hell. So I don't want no parts. That sounds like something. And low key, I never really liked Ring Around the Rosie. I've never really liked that one. No, because in my mind, I see little girls in white dresses singing all slow and stuff. Scary as exactly. It sounds pretty dark. It really does. Now are y'all tracking evilness? Let me know how much time y'all want. Cause it's currently, I've been on here for 2 hours and 15 minutes. So let me know how much time y'all want, cause I'm about to get off of here. 45? No. I'm not about to stay on here for 45 more minutes. I could do 20. We could read some more, evaluate some more rhymes. Sheesh, you out here baking records. Am I? Okay. So let's do It's Raining, It's Pouring. I haven't read this one in a long time. It says, it's raining, it's pouring. The old man is snoring. He got into bed and bumped his head and couldn't get up in the morning. Oh my gosh, he died. Oh my gosh. Why did I not notice that? That's crazy. Girl, don't ask me. I'm already dozing off. I feel you, girl. It is late. It is 11:28. 20 minutes is 8:50. Might as well go to 9, which goes back to 45. That means I would be getting off at 12 a.m. I am not getting off at 12 a.m. Okay, I can do 20 minutes. I appreciate you, but if you fall asleep, I do understand. But yeah, It's Raining, It's Pouring is a dark one because basically this man ends up getting a concussion and not getting up, which means he died in his bed. So that's unfortunate for him. Why were some of these nursery rhymes dark? That's the thing that I don't understand. Cause I'm pretty sure kids didn't come up with these. Okay, let's do Jack Be Nimble. Oh, I'm reading nursery rhymes and it's the fact that my husband hears me like reading nursery rhymes and like I'm explaining to him like I'm interpreting them and he's just like, all right, you got it. Like yeah, I'm on the other side, yeah. Poor little Tink Tink. Mika. Dark ages equal dark stories. I guess. You said, oh my gosh, he died. Because, like, for some reason, I do not remember him dying. Like, I really don't. Not the candlestick. You probably scared him. No. He was taking our dog out, our dog's son. Jack be nimble. Jack be quick. Jack jump over the candlestick. Now, the thing that gets me about this one is they make it seem like Jack was fast. and that he jumped over this candlestick, right? But the thing that gets me is we don't know how high Jack can jump. Oh, Oreo, stop licking the floor. Eat what's in the bowl. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't stand when he be eating anything and everything. Anyways, so like I was saying, before I got interrupted, the candlestick. I feel like Jack burned himself. I truly feel like he definitely burned himself when he jumped over the candlestick. And I really wish there was follow-up information as to what happened after he jumped over the candlestick, because they make it seem like he did it quickly and then he jumped over it, but we don't know if he burned himself. We don't know what happened. You have a dog named Oreo. How cool. Yeah, I do. If you jumped over the candlestick without the flame blowing out, it was considered to be good luck. Okay, well, what if it went out when you jumped over it, though? You play with fire, you gonna get burnt. Exactly. Because I'm thinking when he jumped over it, he burnt his ass. That's what I think happened. Like, because where is the follow-up? What happened when he jumped over it? And this is the thing about nursery rhymes like this. Why would you make a rhyme for children that is promoting them to play with candles and jump over lit candles and jump over fire sticks? Why are they promoting stuff like this? I can't imagine how many children burnt their asses because they wanted to be Jack, thinking they could be nimble and be quick. If he did it quick enough, that means the candle didn't go out. If he did it. You okay, boo? I think my dog sniffed up too much water in his nose. I'm gonna need you to calm down with the way you drinking that water, brother. Just drowning himself, my gosh. Anyways, who thought of this? I don't know. I really don't. I truly don't. Oh, Europeans. We were playing PS1 and N64, bruh. Who else? Yeah, some of the stuff they came up with was rather interesting, truly. All right. So let's do Little Miss Muffet. Let's see what she was about. Okay. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet. First off, what is a tuffet? Okay, tuffet definition. A tuffet is a small seat, flat stool or footstool. Okay, so she was sitting on a small seat. Okay. A Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, aka small seat, eating her curds and whey. That sounds. Little Miss Muffet might be old. Curds and whey. She might be old. Now, is it cottage cheese and porridge she was eating? Because it says eating curds and whey. So curds, I would think is cottage cheese, and whey could be porridge. Along came a spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. The real question is, did she leave her food? Did she just run away and leave her food there? Or did she take it with her? Because that's what I need to know. Why so many Jacks? Jack and the Beanstalk, Jack and Jill, Jack and the Candlestick. I don't know. I think, yeah, Jack was just like a John Hancock. I think it was just a common name, so that's what they used. Like, it could be used as any name for anybody back in those days. Let's see. What's another one? Okay, we've got Hey Diddle Diddle. She got the zoomies and zoomed the F on. She did. If she saw that spider. I would have did the same thing, except I would have took my food with me personally. Because one thing about me, I'm not going to be leaving my food. I'm going to take my food with me. All right. This one is called Hey Diddle Diddle. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such a sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. Okay, let's break this down. All right. What is a diddle before I say my own little definition? Diddle. The word diddle is an informal verb with multiple meanings. It can mean to cheat or swindle, to waste time, to toy or fiddle, as a percussion or musical interjection. Now, I'm going to think that diddle means play or waste time. I'm thinking it means play or waste time. Or it could just be a name, Hey Diddle Diddle. I feel like I'm overthinking this too much. Anyways, okay. The cat and the fiddle. So the cat was playing music on a violin, I assume. The cow jumped over the moon. Which, what cow you know can jump? You know what I'm saying? The little dog laughed to see such a sport. So I think the dog was high. I really think the dog was high because the dog saw the cow jump over the moon. I think the dog got into some weed brownies. I literally think that's what happened. Because why was the dog laughing at the cow jumping over the moon? And the dog also saw the cat playing with the fiddle. So that only makes the more sense. That completely makes sense. And the dish ran away with the spoon. Yes. Yeah, they waste times because it sounds like a bunch of nothing because I ain't never seen a cow jump at all. Exactly. Do the boat one next. The boat one. I think the word ditto was just a whimsical word to make the little ones laugh. Diddle. It could have been. It really could have been. Boat. One with a boat. There's Yankee Doodle. I forgot about Little Jack Horner. Mary, Mary, quite contrary. I forgot about that one. I don't know what boat one you're talking about, Electric. Yikes. They had a huge imagination. I feel like that one somebody was high, personally. Let's do Mary, Mary, quite contrary. If you could tell me what the boat one is, tell me, because I don't see anything boat related on Mother Goose. So I guess tell me what the name of it. But that's not Mother Goose, is it? Is row 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 your boat? Is that Mother Goose? Eh, fine. We'll do row row. Wait, what's Mother Goose? Were you not paying attention? All right, let's just do row. We'll do row 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 your boat, Miss Mary Mac. Okay. Row 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 your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Okay, so that's the part I remember, right? Then it says, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. If you see a crocodile, don't forget to scream. I have never heard that last part before. So is that new? Because I don't recall that. But First off, I'm not getting in no boat. Let's start there. Personally, you're not going to get me in no boat, okay? But clearly, who is ever in this boat is gently rowing down this stream. And they talk about how life is but a dream. So to me, this is giving you in a dream world. Because that's the only way I'm going to be on a boat is in a dream world. And then it says in the next one that if you see a crocodile, don't forget to scream. I'm going to tell you right now, this is exactly why I don't be rowing no boats. Okay? Why I don't. First off, I don't think I got the arm or willpower to be rowing a boat. Do y'all know how hard it is to row a boat? You got to row against the current. Ain't no way. There is no way. All right, let's do Miss Mary Mack. I thought you were doing nursery rhymes. No, I was doing Mother Goose originally. Oh, I love Miss Mary Mack and her all black. Oh my, oh yeah. Maybe trying to do jump ropes over here. What the F? Electric. Definitely not gently. Okay. Miss Mary Mack, all dressed in black, with silver buttons. Okay, I'm not about to say it 3 times. But anyways, with silver buttons all down her back. She asked her mother. Oh, not my husband hooting and hollering on the game. Anyways, she asked her mother for 50 cents to see the elephants jump over the fence. They jumped so high, they touched the sky and never came back until the 4th of July. Okay, let's talk about this. Miss Mary Mack, all dressed in black with silver buttons all down her back. So she must have came from a good household if she got a dress with silver buttons on the back. You know what I'm saying? They not in the front, but they in the back. Wait. Why would she have a dress with buttons on the back? Was she in a hospital gown? No, that's not right. Like, I'm really sitting here. Did kids have dresses with the buttons down their back? I'll let you know. I've heard him on and off the whole lot. I'm sure you have because I've been trying to talk loud over him, but he be hooting and hollering with his little friends because they playing some game. He just a hooting in the background. Yeah, they playing some game. I don't know what they playing. But she put her clothes on backwards. That's what I'm wondering. I'm like, did someone help her put on the clothes? Because why is her dress, why are the buttons going down her back? That would be hard to put on. But it says she asked her mother for 50 cents to see the elephants jumped over the fence. And I'm assuming she wanted to go to the circus. That's what it gives. The dress is supposed to represent the Civil War warship. The rhyme was made during the Civil War campaign. So, was there a reason why she was in the Civil War wearing her shirt backwards? Her dress backwards? They jumped so high they touched the sky and never came back until the 4th of July. To me, it sounds like she lost it a little bit because how did elephants jump when they're big and heavy? How is that? Maybe she was in a rush. But, okay. She could have been in a rush. Maybe she didn't. You know, maybe she just slid the dress over her head and didn't realize it was backwards. I don't know. But it's still interesting. Again, elephants don't jump. They don't. Which is why I think she was a little mental. There are gold pins along the side of the black warship. Okay, but these are silver. Maybe this where Quiet on the Creek came from. Slid the dress over her head. Yeah, like, well, we're talking about Miss Mary Mack. Grimy stay coming with historical facts. I feel like he looking it up. But I appreciate you regardless, whether you looking it up or you are coming off the dome with the information. Do appreciate you. You ever been to a circus? Elephants definitely jump. I have never seen an elephant jump, but I have seen them like they don't be jumping, but they be walking and they do the tricks where they go where they supposed to go, but they definitely don't be hopping. I looked that one up for sure. But yeah, 4th of July. I'm assuming Mary just wanted to go to the circus and she basically said that the I'm assuming because she was short and because she was small, she assumed the elephants were jumping because of how tiny she was, but obviously they were not jumping. And when it says they don't come back until the 4th of July, I'm assuming that the circus was leaving town, and normally when the circus comes back, that's when 4th of July happens. Like, that's what I made from it. Mary Mack was rushing to put on her clothes because she wanted to go to the circus to see the elephants, and she wanted to see them one more time before she couldn't see them again when they go on hiatus for the 4th of July. That's what happened. All right, we'll do one more and then I'll get off of here with y'all. Look that up. Google, boy. Do Confederate soldiers, since this is the Civil War. That one I didn't look up. You can backtrack me. Listen, we just making up stuff as we go. Okay, let's do Hush Little Baby, Don't Say a Word. Okay. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Papa's gonna buy you a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird won't sing, Papa's gonna buy you a diamond ring. Now, explain to me, how do we go from buying a baby a bird to a diamond ring? How did we get here? How did we go from buying a bird to a diamond ring? Mind you, a baby should not be touching a rodent, a bird, a flying rodent. A baby should not be touching a flying rodent. A baby should also not be touching a diamond ring because they would choke on it. So then it says, and if the diamond ring turns to brass, Papa's gonna buy you a looking glass. So what she's saying is the diamond ring is gonna be cheap. Papa, I thought it said mama. I did too, but apparently it says Papa. So that's interesting. Yeah. That one's got to be scary. Wait, that's an Eminem song. Oh, I mean, he used it. He sampled it. But yeah, if the diamond ring turns to brass, which means it was a cheap diamond ring, Papa's going to buy you a looking glass. So he's going to buy the child a mirror. And then it says, and if the looking glass gets broke, which means he broke the mirror, which is crazy, Papa's going to buy you a billy goat. How we go from buying a bird to a fake diamond ring to buying a mirror to buying a goat? How? And if that billy goat won't pull, Papa's gonna buy you a cart and bull. What? What is going on? Where is Papa getting his money? Where are you getting this money from, brother? And this is how people start believing in lies. Because why are you lying to your child? And you know what? This is probably why he was lying, because the baby can't comprehend. He just saying full of empty promises to this baby. He like, oh, I'm gonna get you all this stuff. He just rocking them. I'm gonna get you all these things, all these nice things. No, 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 you're not. You're saying all these things and you have nothing. Where is my mother? Talking about Papa, where is mother? My cousin used to say, if that diamond ring turned to brass, I'ma know you lost it and I'll beat your That's funny. I think it's a story that a father would do anything for his daughter. I assume that's what it is too. But at the same time, it's like, of course you're saying all of this when she can't comprehend, because if you started telling your child, ooh, I'm gonna get you a bird, I'm gonna get you a diamond ring, I'm gonna get you a mirror, I'm gonna get you a billy goat, that child gonna be sitting there like, gimme, 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 gimme every single thing you said you was gonna get me. Give it all. And then he says, if that cart and bull doesn't turn over, Papa's gonna buy you a dog named Rover. You could have just started off with the dog. You literally could have just gave me the dog and I would have been fine. And if that dog named Rover won't bark, Papa's gonna buy you a horse and cart. Better yet, give me a horse and cart. Give me the horse and the cart, because then I can go places. I don't have to be stuck here. And then it says, and if the horse and cart fall down, you'll still be the sweetest little baby in town. What happened to you giving me stuff? So after all that, everything falls apart, and then you look at me and say, I'm still cute. I'm still sweet. I thought you were supposed to still be buying me stuff. And that's how you set up spoiled children. See, you're falling for it too. No, I'm not. Because personally, my thing is you offering that baby a lot for somebody who giving a brass ring. You know what I'm saying? If you would have started off with the good stuff, you wouldn't have to do all this rigmarole. And it's really getting me, because why are you offering all this stuff to a baby that don't, I swear, to a baby who doesn't understand? What was the purpose? There is no purpose. You just saying stuff. You talking out your ass because you know she don't know that. But are you going to sing this song when she can comprehend? Probably not. Because you know she going to be begging. Give me the diamond ring. Give me the looking glass. Give me the billy goat. Give me the Rover. Where is my horse? Where is my pony? And then at the end, after everything falls apart, you telling me I'm the sweetest baby in town? What you got for me? What have you done for me lately? What Janet say? What have you done for me lately? Do 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 woo, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, this concludes our live stream. Yes, I had a great time with you guys. Misinterpreting nursery rhymes. I do appreciate y'all for stopping by. Next week, you guys have something to look forward to. We will be doing karaoke live stream next week, so stay tuned for that. T Berry's actually mentioned that to me recently, so I was like, you know what? I haven't did a karaoke live stream in a minute, so we're gonna run that back. So we will be doing that next week on Thursday, 9 p.m. EST, same time. I'm more than likely gonna do 2 hours. Today we did almost 3 hours, so that's cool. I will be dropping new videos next week on this channel, so stay tuned for that. Because I'm trying to get monetized this year, y'all. Really trying to get monetized on this channel. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys for sticking around with me and chatting with me. I always appreciate when y'all come through for a gal. Let me read these comments real quick. Blech, real quick. It's basically saying no matter what, dad is always going to make it right, even when things don't work how they're supposed to. Ah, I love that for that child. This was fun. I love the Mother Deuce breakdown. Nursery rhymes, I mean. Thank you. I don't even know why I started reading the nursery rhymes. Something triggered me to read it, but I can't remember what it was. I forgot. I really don't know. Y'all know I'd be random. This was fun. Yes, I'm glad you guys had a good time. Yes, I love this. This was chill even though y'all timed me out. No hard feelings or any offense. Y'all are funny. Listen, don't start none, won't be none. Electric. Okay? Let's keep it together. Good night. Yes, good night to you guys. Yay, I'm so excited. Yes, yes. You got this. Keep posting. I shall. And you got this too, Mika girl. Night, y'all. You funny girl. I love it. Have a good night. Thank you. Yes, have a good night. You deserve it. Thank you, guys. But yeah, I'll be seeing y'all again next week. Stay blessed. Stay positive. Hope y'all have a great weekend. But yeah, have a great night, y'all. Now I'm shutting up. Let me not. But stay blessed. Stay positive, y'all. Thank you, Guru. Don't start. That stuff will be those. What a classic. Yes, yes. But have a great night, y'all. Stay blessed, stay positive. Bye.